I wanted to do a real quick video for you guys. I haven't done one in a while. I apologize, but life has been hectic. There's a very good reason why I haven't been on. So, um, with that said, I want to show you guys something because I think that it's very important, and don't think for 1 second there's not a reason why these people were coming here.
We have a secure border.
The numbers of migrants illegally crossing the U.S. southern border is approaching record numbers again tonight.
The president has done more to secure the border to deal with this issue of immigration than anybody else. He really has.
More than 4,000 illegal migrants crossed the border on Wednesday alone. Eagle Pass now declaring a state of emergency.
As far as the border, we're taking unprecedented action.
And tonight, El Paso is under a state of emergency because city officials say they don't have enough resources to handle this.
Will you testify under oath right now? Do we have operation control? Yes or no?
Yes, we do. They walked down to the border and then just got in the water and crossed illegally into Texas. It has been a complete free-for-all out here.
The signal is loud and clear from this administration that there'll be no accountability for the laws of our land.
We are burning out of control with absolute chaos because our commander-in-chief, whose first and most important job is to provide for the common defense of the American people, has abdicated that.
It's pathetic that we've ceded control of the border to drug cartels. We've got to hold this administration accountable.
All right, we got more military-age men showing up in New York City. Is Joe Biden got some plans for these guys as the world's homeless and some of them coming out of the penitentiaries around the world are coming to New York? Military male, military male, military-age male, military-age male, military-age male, military-age male, military-age male, military-age male, military-aged male. What? Right. More and more military-aged males are in New York City. Where are they coming from? Why didn't they stay and fight for their countries? Where will Americans run to? It's a great question. Where will the Americans run to when there's nowhere else to run? Americans aren't going to run. What's going to happen in our country as we let in more and more people that have told me that they hate America and they can't stand Americans? What is going on here? The Democrats, you are betrayers. Military-aged man, military-aged male, military-aged male, military-aged male, another military-aged male. I told you last September, these are military-aged males. What is going on in this country?
Air Force are
fucking listen
to overcome recruiting shortfalls. They've ramped up their marketing, including on social media, to entice legal immigrants to enlist. They're also using recruiters with similar backgrounds to appeal to potential recruits. But the biggest draw for migrants is the promise of a fast track to citizenship, plus jobs and education benefits. Both the Army and the Air Force have said they will not meet their recruiting goals this year.
So was this the plan all along? I'm just saying. Was this the plan all along? On why they let all these fighting age men, immigrants come over here in America? Because we know nothing ever happens just for no reason, you know. Now they're starting to recruit the immigrants into the Navy and the fucking Army. Y'all just heard that shit? Now that makes sense. I'm just saying. That is the most logical reason, me personally, the most logical reason that I could think of on why, out of all these years, we just now, out of all the time, hey, yeah, let's let all these immigrants come over here. We're going to feed them. And we already know that Big Brother don't do nothing for free. Yeah.
I'm thinking something, y'all. I am. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But I just heard this content creator say that we've been seeing a lot of UN vehicles on trains, but we haven't seen a UN army. He said that all these people that are coming across the border are going to be the UN army. That hit me like a ton of bricks. I've pretty much been to or been stationed at every base in America, active duty, except Fort Drum. In every base that I've been on, stationed or visited, I saw UN vehicles. And the reason why I know this is because in the late 1900s, I was on a UN mission. And we drove UN vehicles. So I know what they look like. So what I'm thinking is, to control a massive amount of people, you need a massive army. And all of these people have been coming across the border for decades. And they need vehicles because I bet you they are the UN army if martial law will be enacted here.
Yeah, that last little snippet, I totally agree with what he's saying. Although I do think that it's for a different reason. So back when this most recent war first started, there was also something really important going on that has gotten zero media coverage, and that should scare the hell out of everybody because it's usually what they don't show that's what's happening. So right around the time this most recent war started, they were rewriting a draft for the WHO, we'll just call them that, for their pandemic preparedness treaty, which will literally wipe away any little bit of human rights that we have left right now and our bodily autonomy, etc., and so on and so on. I think it was last week I shared a video in the community tab of my channel where you can see like posts of a doctor explaining more in depth of how severe this is going to be. And nobody's going to go for it. You would need a massive army to enforce this. There's no other way it could happen. And look what's going on right now, guys. We have that coming over our border that's been coming over our border for years now. Think about it. I'm going to leave it here. You guys take care, and I'll make another video soon. See ya.
The WHO is developing through all its nations, but with the WHO Directorate in the United States in charge, a pandemic treaty and amendments to the existing international health regulations that will remove the human rights protections currently embedded in the IHRs, will enforce surveillance, censorship, get rid of freedom of speech, require governments to censor and only push a single narrative. Also, we will be subject, if they can make this work, to vaccines developed in 100 days, which the organization CEPI is planning to do. And one of the people who founded CEPI was Jeremy Farrar, who is now the chief scientist at the WHO, to bring this forward. Other things that amendments do is to bind the states so they're no longer recommendations but enforceable edicts. Provide a liability shield, get rid of intellectual property rights, move supplies from one country to another, enforce digital passports, and the Director General of WHO can demand that a pandemic or a potential pandemic exists. He can just declare it with no standards, and then countries around the world will have to obey. Also